We're live. At any point. Wim Jansen leaves the day after winning the league, stopping 10 in a row. Henrik Larsson breaks our hearts when he leaves. Kyogo Furuhashi, when we qualify for the Champions League, knockout phase nearly. We're at the playoff position for the first time since 2012 and 2013. Isn't it just fantastic being a Celtic fan? We've been there and done it many times before, but where do we go for here? This guy was an absolutely amazing striker. This guy here, he's not been performing to his highest level, and he would be the first to admit it. But Celtic have decided it's time. Brendan Rodgers has decided it's time. And Brendan we trust. We have to put a lot of trust in the gaffer at this point. Whilst I know how every single one of you are feeling, this is just, like I said at the start, Wim Jansen had the exact same feeling. We win the league, and it was gone. The joy had been taken away from us. Celtic have done it again. They took the joy away from us when Wim Jansen walked out the door back in 98, and Henrik Larsson broke our hearts, but we knew that love story would come to an end. Kyogo leaving right after a Champions League game that's got us to the qualification playoff places for the first time since 2012-2013 season. What are Celtic thinking? I thought, hold on to him. We have the power. We do not need to sell him at this moment. We've got a massive game next Wednesday. A massive game. Who's our striker? Who's our striker for next Wednesday? Adam Ida on his own. I thought we should have kept him until then. I am completely flabbergasted. I'm lost for words. It is unbelievable. I'm stuck for words. They are battling relegation, have no European football. Seems silly when it can be a legend here. I think when you look at it, we knew it was coming. Yep. We all knew it was coming at some point, but when it happens, it's all about timing, Lanky. It's all about timing. And Celtic had a fantastic... Yep, he changed that. Brown Warrior. Spot on, mate. Spot on. He changed to the exact same... As soon as he signed that deal, he signed a new extended deal with Celtic. About 8 weeks later, he changes to the exact same agents that Ange had. And listen. Brendan Rodgers sees him in training every day. Baz, it's be our decision. We must have something lined up. I just hope... I mean, my WhatsApp's been going crazy all afternoon. I've been out all day. When you look at it, we must have someone. We now need two strikers. Yes, we do. I think that Johnny Kenny must be getting the nod to be a third choice striker, which means that Brendan Rodgers will utilise Dyson Maeda as a first choice striker. He plays striker for Japan. With that pace and him going through the middle. Look at it this way. Is Dyson Maeda wasted on the wing? When you've got that speed? And when you can try and... It means a completely different way of playing for Celtic, because rather than penning people back, Dyson Maeda likes to run and score goals. So anyway, he's been a great servant for us. He has been that. Media... Maeda starts against Villa. He can't. Dyson Maeda will be banned. Dyson Maeda got a red card last night. Dyson Maida got a red card last night. He's out of the next game. So we're going to have to go with Adam Ida. I am completely lost. Dyson's on the wing is a lot better, says Lanky. Do you think so? Why did Japan play him more as a striker? Could be the playoffs too. Could be out the playoffs. It could be. I just think that it's unbelievable. Brownwater says, I don't think Brendan agrees to this unless he's got a replacement lined up. Of course, I think if we could re-sign Jota as part of the deal, Maida can then slot in. I can understand where you're coming with that. Maybe there has to be something lined up. Brendan Rodgers, you wouldn't sell your number one asset when you're still, I mean, Fabrizio Romano has said that Kyogo Furuhashi is set to join Rennes as Jorge Sampaoli, fucking who knows, who cares? We're getting it done, should be sealed today. Rennes manager just confirmed. Permanent deal in excess of 10 million euros. In excess of 10 million euros. I think the money is irrelevant, to be honest. I think the money is irrelevant. It's timing, and the timing sucks. The timing completely sucks for this one. I don't get it. We did not need to sell him. I tell you one thing. There's a lot of defenders in the SPFL sitting going, hey, happy fucking days, that wee Jap fuck is away. And there's a lot of people in Scotland happy right now that Kyogo has left Celtic and that he will be not running at them at their defence. And I've got to say, he's going to Rennes. Rennes is a lovely city. I remember being there in 2019 when Celtic played Rennes, and it's a fantastic city. It's a lovely, lovely city. Crazy football ground. Completely different way of life when it comes to football. There's basically a main street that runs down outside the ground. For game days, they close the street off. There's only one pub across the road, and they close the street off completely, and they set up these barbecue stands. It's nuts. It's completely nuts. They don't set up hot dog stands. They set up barbecue stands. It's complete bonkers. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic little city, and I'm sure he'll enjoy his stay there. Brownwater says, Baz, I think we might need some serious income in this month. I think so. Lanky says, always said Maida is more important than Kyogo. Still stand by this. So do I, Lanky. I think Kyogo's 30-year-old, Jim. So getting the best part of whatever we get for Kyogo, I think it's not about the money at this point for me. It's timing. We could have had him for the Villa game. The Villa game's a must-win game, Celtic. Brendan Rodgers is putting all his eggs in one basket for this one. It's unbelievable. I hope he's got something up his sleeve for Villa, because we can't play anybody that comes in. Anybody that we buy today cannot play against Villa. I don't even think that Johnny Kenny is registered for the Champions League squad because he was out on loan. So I don't even think that he can play in the Champions League squad. Unbelievable. Kyogo will earn 35 grand a week with Rennes. Well, there's why he's going. He's 30-year-old and he's getting one last big payday. You know what I mean? Tierney apparently not coming to the summer. Yeah, I've seen that earlier on. We'll wait and see what happens with that one. I'm not overly worried about the Kieran Tierney situation. My main concern today is the fact that we've let Kyogo go the week before the most important game. And now we know that we know we're in the playoffs, right? But when you've got a chance to get to the last 16, now I don't think that you can bring any players in for the playoffs. I think you can bring up to three players in for the next, unless the playoffs are classed as the next phase in the next round. I'm not too sure. If we can, we're going to get three players in for the next phase for the playoffs, which is fine. But fuck me, Celtic. Totally agree with you, Baz. It's a bit of a downer after last night. William, it is. For me, it's the exact same as the day after when we won the league and we heard that Wim Jansen was going to leave the club. It's the same kind of downer. When Henrik left, it was the end of an era. And you were kind of expecting it. You knew it was coming. But this is a shock. This is a shock. Do you know, I said to you, Baz, a season and a half ago, Maeda as a striker, and you blew me out. I don't think I ever blew anyone out saying Dyson was a striker when Japan plays him as striker. So I don't think I blew you out at all, Paradise Found. Especially when he gets played as a striker for Japan, and has done since he came to Celtic. So why the rush? Yeah, why the rush? We have let Rennes force this through. I think that there has to be something with the Jota deal. There has to be something with the Jota deal. I think that's what's forced their hands. As the Jota deal has fell apart for him going to Turkey, they are still being insistent that they are wanting Kyogo. Brendan Rodgers at Celtic have went, right, here's an opportunity for us to get Kyogo, and tell you what, we'll take Jota on loan from you till the end of the season. How's about that? I think that's what it is. I think that is what it is. Lanky speaking at the end of an era. Brendan was at Callum's word. He knew it was coming. Talking about Callum McGregor, Callum McGregor said to the media last night, this is what Callum McGregor said when it was put to him after the game. Despite having 3 goals ruled offside, Kyogo Furuhashi influenced the game, ending in Celtic's favour with a 1-0 triumph over Young Boys, booking a side spot in the next phase of the competition. Speaking about the significance of retaining the services of Furuhashi, McGregor said, he's a top player. Again, you see his quality, his movement, and the way he sets the tone for the team. All are good players. We want to keep them for as long as we can. Generally, there's speculation. There are people that have done well, so there's that as well, says Callum. Callum McGregor says, it gets people talking about Celtic and the players. I'm sure the club will do everything they can to keep him because he's a top player and a top person as well. McGregor also touched on the importance of European progress, which has been elusive since 2012-2013. Callum McGregor's went through his whole career waiting for this moment, and for Celtic to just take away the most significant striker that we've had in years and punt him off at this time is mind-blowing. Now, we knew it was coming. There was talk about speculation that it was coming in this window, and we thought, I personally thought we had another 7 days of Kyogo. Let him get to the Villa game, score against Villa, and then let him go out on a massive high. If he'd scored his 3 goals last night, what a way to go out. But I thought, you get to next Wednesday, you play the Champions League game, you've got the Friday, you've got the Thursday, you've got the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You've got 5 days to get a replacement in. Surely, big Jesus, we could have had a replacement in then before then, but it isn't to be. So who will be our main striker? Who will be our main striker? Lorna Gallagher says, hey everyone, well that's a bit of shit news. Hopefully Jota's coming back. Going to miss Kyogo. The wee man was brilliant. Yes, he was that. Ida will never be prolific. Nobody says Ida would ever be prolific, Square Sausage Mick. I think it's unless Jota's on the return flight from France, why the rush? There has to be an element of Kyogo thinks it's his time. Kyogo's agent would have said, look, I've got you 35 grand a week. I think he's only on something like 15 or something at Celtic just now. He's not on a fantastic wage. I mean, none of the Japanese boys are. I mean, if he's on 20, it's a push. Do you know, he's getting an extra 15 plus grand a week on his wages. Kyogo's like, take me that all day long. I'll go and play a couple of years in France and then head back to Japan. Happy days. Get a bit of culture. Get a bit of, I mean, he's no far from Spain, so he could nip over the border, come down and get some sangrias. If he wants to come down and come on the channel, I think I should take a drive up to Rennes and hijack Kyogo. I think when you look at it, he's maybe fed up with the rain as well. I mean, training and that crap every day. He's going to be in the south of France. The weather's better down there. You know, when we played there in I think it was the November, if I remember. I think it was November we played there. Or was it September? Can't remember. Remember. Yeah, did go back, Jack, mate. Paradise Found says, yeah, I blew him out the water. I don't blow anybody out the water, mate. And I'm certainly not going back to check over a year and a half to go find a comment. You go and tag me in the comment for a year and a half ago. Go on, you did the work rather than me. Aussie Online says, how did he celebrate after the win last night? I'm going to have to go back and check out a couple of videos. At 30, there's still plenty in Kyogo in the game to come. The fact that we've qualified for the playoffs and still trophies to win. It's January. He's our number one striker. It's madness, says your mom. It is madness. And I just think that it's unbelievable to think that where do we go from here? Who's our main striker? Who is our main striker? I would love Jota to come back, but Kyogo must stay, Baz. Well, he's not. He's on a flight to France as we speak. Who are we going to get in the Scottish League? I don't want anybody in the Scottish League. I don't think there's a Scottish striker that we could pick up that would replace Kyogo. Not a chance. Brendan must have something else up his sleeve. And it's obviously something that Brendan and the backroom staff have been thinking about for a long time. This isn't a rushed decision. I've been speaking about it for weeks that Brendan Rodgers, and I've had stick on this channel, saying that, you know, Kyogo's off the mark. Brendan Rodgers will have been looking at the stats of the amount of chances that Kyogo gets and the amount of shots that he has off target. And Brendan Rodgers will be saying, look, a striker that's on form, a good striker with the chances that we create at Celtic, a good striker should be on 20 goals a season, no matter what. And Brendan Rodgers has went, do you know what? There's nobody bigger than the club. Kyogo has stagnated as a performer this year, as a striker. And Brendan Rodgers will look at the stats. And now he would have sat down with Paul Tisdale and says, right, who do we have out there? And we'll look at the stats of the players, the profile of the players, and what they can bring to the club. And who do we have out there that we could bring in straight away to replace Kyogo? Listen, we've forgotten about Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly was immense for Celtic this year. I think that it's just the way that it's happened. Bring Nakamura back. I think so. It's clearly a move to a top 5 Euro league and trying to get a spot in the World Cup. Yes, personal goals. GR8 Kev, you're spot on. He's not been getting in the Japan team playing in Scotland. We know this. He's not been getting picked for the Japan team at all, where Hitate's been getting into the squad, and so has Daisen Maeda. So he has to do something else. He has to do something for himself. And you spot on. I mean, France is a top league. If he goes there, he'll probably have it in his contract that if they get relegated, he can get moved on. There'll be a release clause of some sort. I wonder if Celtic will have any add-ons. Oh, that would just be like Celtic, add a 20% add-on clause to selling Kyogo, and then they go and sell him. Baz, when you have no money, nobody calls you. Yeah, exactly. Lanky says, you're more. We've been creating that much for him. 20 goals a season as a top goal scorer. Top 10 in the league, 3 assists. Morelos to Celtic for 5 hot dogs and a Big Mac. It's just Kyogo has... Mick Hopkins says it. Kyogo's been poor lately. He has been poor lately. He was unlucky last night. He was just offside. Brendan Rodgers knows what a top striker. He's been in the game long enough. He's had some prolific strikers work for Brendan Rodgers over the years, and he will know that statistically, Kyogo is not performing to what Brendan would be expecting. So the fact that we've got a club that's willing to pay over 10 million euros for him, well over 10 million euros, I think that it's People saying, poor lately, poor. You've got to look at the chances he misses. Never mind about the goals that he scores. You can always look at the stats but it's the chances that he misses. And he's missing the easier ones. Anyway, Kaiser's in the house. How are you, mate? He's regressed since Ange left, says the Highlander. I don't think it's just since Ange left. I don't think it's since Ange left. The Japan manager said to himself, Maeda and Hatate are squad players for Japan. Squad players, but Daizen Maeda tends to start a lot of the games. So, and Brendan we trust, and Brendan we do trust, and it's going to be interesting because Celtic will have a press conference tomorrow, talking about the game this weekend, and as always, Brendan will not get any questions about the game at the weekend. He'll not get any questions about the game because he's going to have to instead talk about bringing Dundee to Celtic Park for the game at the weekend. He's going to have to answer questions on Kyogo and the striker situation because Adam Ida's not our first choice striker. Young Johnny Kenny is not experienced enough for his, unless we're going to throw him in the deep end. Unless Johnny Kenny's doing something in training that we're not privy to, and Brendan Rodgers is going, do you know what? This guy's got a good chance. This guy could take over from Kyogo. Or an other. Because as it stands just now, no one is any the wiser to what striker. Let's just see what... Chris Sutton said, all the rumours doing the rounds regarding the ins and out at Celtic. The one thing I really aren't keen on is Kyogo leaving in January, especially with the Champions League and domestic to play for. That's the case. His replacement will have to be pretty special, says Chris Sutton, and will have to hit the ground running. He will have to hit the ground running. He's going to have to be a player that is prolific. Let's say it is. He's going to have to be a fantastic striker and a complete goal scoring machine. Somebody that they'll fit into this team. And the thing is, but then again, we have to look at it. Is this Brendan Rodgers? We've went on it enough, right? So you need to think about how Brendan Rodgers will be looking at this. And rather than let Kyogo go in the summer, rather than let Kyogo Furuhashi go in the summer, and then we piss about to try and get a striker in. And Brendan Rodgers knows how the board works. They were too slow. He mentioned it at the end of the summer window. We were far too slow in signing players, taking far too long. Is it the case now that Brendan Rodgers will be thinking, we sell Kyogo just now, and we get our striker in just now? Brendan Rodgers is preparing the team for the Champions League games at the beginning of the season. That's what he's doing. He's making sure that he gets everyone in now, which means, if you ask me, there'll be very, very little movement in the squad, player-wise, in the summer. It could be one of the quietest summers that we've had for a while, unless anybody comes in for Rio Hatate. But I think if Rio Hatate leaves, that's no big deal, because we've got Luke McCowan that can come into his place. So we already have a player in that position. There's nobody that do you know, if Rio does leave this summer, it's not really a big deal, because Luke McCowan's there that can come in and step up to the mark, I think. But anyway, I don't think Kyogo and Rodgers got on well, to be honest, said Celtic mad. That's nonsense. That's utter nonsense. Don't start the negativity and rumour nonsense, because when you see the pictures and when you see the videos of them going onto the training pitch at Celtic Park, that's when you look at if a player gets on with a manager. And him and Kyogo get on fine, so don't start talking nonsense. Mikey Boy says, to be fair, the amount of possession and chances we have had domestically, any half-decent striker should be on at least 20 goals a season. Exactly. Luke McCowan can also play on the wings. He can that. David says, I hope there is a flurry of activity at this window. It's been so slow. Kyogo away before anyone in. Michael says, Baz, they may have a new player lined up for Saturday. Let's hope so. Let's hope that they bring in a new player tomorrow. can he fit straight into the team? They don't take long, Baz. They want to penny pinch. Exactly. Stephen Kelly says we should have a Celtic Shamrock Rovers partnership. Don't want Edward and look forward, not backwards. No, I don't want Edward. French Eddie. Nah, I don't want him. He down tools. McCowan could play and goal, Lanky. He's that good. We'll just have he's going to be the new James McLean, isn't he? He's got a team full of Luke McCowans. Can't believe Kyogo's leaving though. It is unbelievable. I said, for people that didn't jump in at the beginning of the video, today is one of those days that makes me feel the exact same way I did. Celtic have done it again. Never mind, Hoops have done it again. Celtic have done it again. The last time they made me feel like this is when Wim Jansen left Celtic the day after winning the league, stopping the old Rangers getting to 10 in a row. Harold Bratback scoring a goal at Celtic Park to win the league. And Wim Jansen leaves the next day. And it nullified the experience of winning the league. It made us numb as fans. Henrik Larsson leaving did something similar. Seeing a player cry on the pitch. Massive. Kyogo, at this point, is just madness. Absolutely madness. I just can't get over it. It's unbelievable. It's complete bonkers. The non-activity in the January transfer window has been shocking, and Kyogo away. Maida on a red card, missing the game in the last minute. Come on again. Time to get players in. We never learn, says Alistair. It doesn't matter if we bring players in. They can't play in the Champions League. This is why I thought Kyogo, if any deal was going to go through. Now, I spoke about this yesterday before the game started. And you go onto the channel yesterday, people are saying, don't sell Kyogo, you're talking shite, Kyogo's going nowhere. I spoke about it yesterday, that the story was starting to get some meat amongst the bones, that there is an opportunity here for Celtic to offload Kyogo to Rennes and bring in Jota. Oh, we had Bruni for a long time. The fans said it'd be hard to replace. It wasn't that hard to replace him with Callum McGregor. With Callum McGregor in house, Lanky. So and some people will say we've never replaced Bruni. Callum McGregor's a different type of player, although he can bring back Samaras. Kaiser says, as Baz says, a friend told me all three Japanese players have handed in transfer requests. The national manager told them he's only considering players for the top 5 leagues of the World Cup. Well, I can't see Celtic letting Dyson Maida go anywhere. Don't think they can see him going anywhere. And especially when Dyson Maida performs so well in the Champions League. But anyway, it is what it is. I thought we could register 3 new players for the Champions League, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we can for the next round, Square Sausage Mitch. Not for this round, not for the game on Wednesday. It's for the next round. So, unbelievable. The Bronx says, I've took a hammering at the bookies lately. There we go. We've all taken a hammering today anyway. They lift you up and then you bring you crashing down. That's the Celtic way. Big Bruce, it is. It is the Celtic way. And Kaiser, maybe you're right. Maybe Maida stays to the summer, and that's why they're bringing in Jota, so that they've got the replacements in early. Boy for Benny Offer, how are you, mate? Got to think about Kyogo's age as well. He's super fit, but no spring chicken. So 10-15 million at his age is a good deal. It is that. The club are ran by a suit in the board. No one else. Square Sausage Mix says he knows that. It's always hard. It's always hard when a really, really good player, and you would want the best for Kyogo. We all want the best for Kyogo. You all thought that he would go to a top club. No disrespect to Rennes, but when you look at them in the league, they've not had the best. I mean, they're way down 14th in the league. They're struggling, completely struggling. I mean, this is a team that's I mean, look at it. Brest are in 9th position in the French league. Anyway, who cares? I've had enough. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm done. I'm going out for a meal tonight, and this is just. I'm done. Kids for Garden should be brought in now if Kyogo's moving on. Exactly. Definitely miss our best striker in a long. He's definitely will miss our best striker in a long time. I think so. Who's waiting for Brendan to say welcome back, Yotta? Oh man, Brest look good in any position, Baz. Yes, Brest still look good in any position, Kaiser. Especially when I hope they play 2 up front. I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, hope Brest play 2 up front. Lanky, don't cry or smile because it happened. Yep, and that's why I've got that little montage playing on the screen because I think that it's fantastic that we've had such a good player in Kyogo all these years. And at the end of the day, we've made a profit. We have made a profit on him. New players can be signed from February the 6th for the Champions League. Can't play any new signing against Villa. And Maida suspended. Yep, we know this. This is why I would have kept Mikey. This is why I would have kept Dice Maida until are you on later tonight, John? No, I'm not. I'm going out for a meal, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm going out for a meal. It's kind of sickened me because it's such an important night. That's why I'm live just now. I am gutted. I hope Brest and it's a 3-time women for total recall. Guys, cheers for cheering us up. Jota on the left, Maida centre, and Kuhn on the right until the summer, and then is Forrest available for Villa? Nope, he's not had any game time. So James Forrest, he may not. He was told 6 weeks, so he'll probably be back on the training pitch. Brendan Rodgers will clarify that tomorrow, but no, I don't think that he would be ready. I hope he is, but I don't think that he would be ready, and I don't think that Brendan Rodgers would want to put him under pressure for such a big game. He's flown down today. He'll get back for the weekend game. There's a storm coming. Transport cancelled. He's gone. He's done. It's done and dusted. There's pictures going about of him on a plane and everything. I like a bit of Brest, don't we all? Lorna says, good luck to Kyogo. Yep. We're lucky to have him for a while. Hopefully United will run rampant tonight. I will be on later on, 11 o'clock-ish. If he's about then. Yeah, I will be on about that time. About 11 o'clock here. What time's the football finish? 11 o'clock here. So about 10 o'clock Celtic part time. So yeah, it will not be an 8 o'clock one. It could be a later one. And especially if the mutants get beat, I'll be all over that as normal. And I'll need to cheer myself up. I will need to cheer myself up. So right, let's get the Celtic headlines that's out there this afternoon. Major blow for Celtic is Kyogo Furuhashi is set to move to France. Watch Brighton-bound Ireland defender swipe tears away as he bids farewell to Celtic. Who's bidding farewell to Celtic now? Jesus God, man. No, it's a female. It's female football. Sorry, girls, but not in this channel. Kyogo spotted boarding a private jet. Transfer edges closer. Celtic set major blow as Kyogo Furuhashi set to move to France. Is the Irish Independent headline. Even the dog's grumbling. The dog's grumbling. It's like, why sell him just now? Rennes boss says Kyogo on the verge of Celtic. Lou Barry, he's injured, isn't he? Lou Barry. So, Matthias Kidsford-Garden, that one needs to happen. It's just unbelievable. Completely unbelievable. I think they were all deflated. After this spectacle, I don't think that anyone anywhere has ever celebrated a 1-0 win the way that we did last night. And I don't think that we've ever seen a 1-0 game, to be honest. I mean, 1-0 and it sounds like it was a boring, close affair. But it was anything but. anything but um, a boring 1-0 win. It was a fantastic game last night. Kyogo Furuhashi was unlucky 3 times, just caught offside. One of them, he wasn't even caught offside. It was because Callum McGregor fouled the player. What a player Kidford Garden is. We're going to have to go for somebody of that kind of quality to let us get. Could go for 12 million. Any player has his price. He's did enough, says Stephen Kelly. Yep. Like he says, all the Brest lads. Brest are a good cup team. All the Brest jokes are coming in. Red Warning and Dundee game tonight be off, as of other games. Who cares about the Scottish League now? The Scottish defenders all around all around Scotland, all around the land, they'll be sleeping at ease tonight because there's no Kyogo Furuhashi going to be coming at them. Dundee will be sitting going, we've got a chance against Celtic. Kyogo's no there. Bog off, Kyogo was pushy anyway. That'll be it in 2 weeks. Fucking he was shite anyway. Fucking better off without him. Kyogo's flight is just about to land in Rennes. All those people that are sitting on flight radar are sitting watching the private jet getting ready to land at Rennes. Can you track a flight on radar? Yeah, you can. Let me just jump onto it. Flight tracker and then Rennes. Flight tracker 24. See if we can get this up live. Oh, come on. Set. Let's go up to Rennes. Let's move the map to Rennes. Bordeaux. And there is a flight just coming in. Not available. Not available. That's circling. Nah, that's not the flight. Oh, there it is. Glasgow to Rennes, private jet. It's just circling down the bottom of Rennes. Yeah, that's his flight. Yep, that's his flight all day long. Private jet. They're circling just south of Rennes at the moment. There is a plane ready to go in to land. Where is the airport? Yeah, the plane's just turning around, so he's about 5 minutes or so. They must be showing him a bit of the countryside just south of Rennes. And a private jet from Glasgow, scheduled it left at 3 p.m. and it's scheduled to land at 5:27 local time, so it's running late. It is running late, but then it's just turning round. So yeah, here's the private jet that left from Glasgow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me just get WhatsApp. Oh, the guys are all gone mental. Flight, some carry on. It is. I'm getting information at Celtic. Ticket people that have got tickets for. Therefore, the discussions tickets are now required to be collected earlier on the Tuesday from Celtic Park on the 28th. What a carry on with tickets it is for Birmingham next week. There's the flight just turning round. Where is the airport? If that plane's going into land. Don't tell me that they're flying over the ground. Don't tell me they're flying over the ground. They're flying over this fucking stadium. Are you having a laugh? He's going around in a circle. They're waiting to land. There's something going on. They're waiting to land at Rennes. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. Kyogo and what's Baz on about? Players can play beyond the Villa game. If we sign players, 3 of them can play in the playoffs. I'm not sure they can play in the playoffs. I think it's the next round. It's in the documentation that it's the next round. I don't think that the playoffs are the next round, are they? I don't know. I'm not too sure. We need to see the legalities of that. But we could sign 3 players for the next round. Is the playoffs the next round? Well, no, they're not. It's a playoff to get into the next round. So we need to wait and see. Kyogo to Man United before the game tonight. Yeah, that'd be good luck with you, man. You're welcome back anytime. Flight radar is still... I don't know what this other... There's another plane flying about and it's not got any... That's been circling about as well. But there's no available information for it, which means it's a military flight. Which means it's a military flight. It's been flying about Rennes. So, I don't know what that's all about. But Kyogo looks as if he is on his way. It is on the flight path. He is touching down in minutes in Rennes. He is touching down. He is about, I don't know, about 10 miles out. Call the ball. Kyogo, you have the ball. Ha ha. Quote for Top Gun. Oh my goodness, that's him. I'll tell you exactly when Kyogo touches down. The moment of sadness. The moment of sadness for every Celtic fan. And don't tell me he's turning. You can't turn now. He's coming back. No, he's still on course for the runway. He's still on course for the runway by the looks of it. Yep. He's getting there. Well, about 3 miles out now. This is sad. It's a sad day for Celtic fans. Kyogo Furuhashi just about to land in Rennes on the private jet that collected him earlier today. 3 o'clock, it left Glasgow Airport. The actual time was 3:23. It took off at 3:23, and Kyogo will be looking out the window, looking over the city of Rennes, just to his right-hand side. And that's about it. Probably got about a minute to go. Not even that. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kyogo has touched down in Rennes. Kyogo has touched down in Rennes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The flight tracker has tracked the flight all the way from Glasgow, left at 3:23 this afternoon, and landed at 5:54. 5:54 in Rennes. The airport's just taxiing, just getting to the end of the runway. It's going to turn to its left and then take him to his private entrance. Unbelievable. I feel so sad watching this. Unbelievable. Ida's our main striker. We are losing the league. We're never losing the league. All the people moaning about Ida are the same people moaning about getting him signed. Make your mind up, says no one ever. Yep, exactly. You watching Flight Tracker, Baz? Yes, I was watching Flight Tracker. I was watching Flight Tracker there as Kyogo landed. He's now double backed on himself on the runway. heading towards the airport at Rennes, and that's it. He's gone. He's landed in France. Good luck to him. The French are rude as... Why France? Oh, Kyogo, no! No! Why France? Jesus! Any country in the world, and he goes to go to France. Oh, I can't take it. I can't take it. Oh, man. Quick. Somebody hijack the plane and bring him back. Why France? Jesus. As much as... I liked Rennes as a city. It was nice to go to it, and it was good when Celtic played there. And it was nice, but come on, Kyogo, you can do a bit better than Rennes. But it is what it is. It is what it is. They're a team with ambition. They're a team that want to get back up the league. They're a team that are sitting away down near enough the bottom of the league. But that's it. That is it. He's done and dusted. Anyway, he will do nothing there. Who cares? I can see Celtic announcing a new striker tonight. I can't. Sack the board. Kyogo scored a lot of goals for Rennes. He will do. Sitting like a smug bastard right now. You're welcome, troops, said Lanky. Because Lanky said that Kyogo was leaving this window. He was leaving this window. Yeah, Lanky, we all accepted that he was leaving this window. I think that the main concern for any Celtic supporter is and will be why the week before the final game in the Champions League, a game that could ultimately have got us to finish in 8th or above position, potentially we could finish top 8. Without Kyogo, it kind of makes it a bit harder. Unless Brendan Rodgers has some kind of master plan, some kind of fantastic master plan, the questions tomorrow for Brendan Rodgers at the... it'll take a lot of money to replace him. I think it's going to cost about 8 million to replace him. Kyogo's plane has turned and it has came to a stop. SAH-53P is the private jet that left. It's a smart jet and that left from Glasgow Airport, and it has landed and stopped. The door will be opening. The pilot will be shaking Kyogo's hand, saying welcome and good luck. And the plane's now disappeared off flight radar because that's it. The engines are off. The power's off. The flight is gone. Just like that, Kyogo has gone as well. Unbelievable. And who will be our next striker for Celtic? Who will be our new hero? Thank you to this man for doing what he did for the last few years. He's been absolutely phenomenal at Celtic, but no player is bigger than the club. We have been there and done it before as fans. We've seen many good players come and many good players leave, but we are still here. And it is just the next chapter in our life as Celtic fans, and it's the next chapter for us with a new striker at Celtic FC. There's one thing for sure. The story will go on. The story will go on. And you can imagine that I hope some of the team are sitting glued to this. And if you are, lads, God, I could just only imagine how you are feeling right now. And one of your best mates has left the club. I wonder if you got to say goodbyes last night. If you got to say goodbyes, because it all kind of happened quite quick today. And I wonder who'll get what player. It'll be Callum McGregor. Will be rolled out for the press conference tomorrow, and you can only imagine the questions. And just like that, the flight has disappeared off flight radar. Time to come off that, because there's no point tracking him now. He's there. He's done and dusted. Am I dead yet? Hey everyone. Yeah. Woohoo. Anyway, big shout out for Kyogo Furuhashi. He's been an absolutely fantastic player for Celtic. He came, he saw, he kicked some ass, and he's now left Celtic for... you would think he would have stayed to help Celtic with the European war. I think that he knew his time was up and he wanted to go, and he's had the opportunity. It'd be so strange not seeing him in the squad. Chilpil, it's thrown things in the air because the first three picked themselves every week. The front three pairing, trio, pairing. The front three trio of Daisen Maeda, Nico Kuhn, and Kyogo Furuhashi were our first pick. Sean Bruce said, only tears for me. We need to try and replace Kyogo. It will cost far more than 10 million. We paid 9 million for Adam Ida. Yeah, we did that. All the best to Kyogo. It's been unbelievable. Let's just hope that our superstar for Portugal is just sitting there. And then he goes, Sayōnara Rennes. Like, get me back to Glasgow, where my heart belongs. Anyway, I am done and dusted for this night. We will probably be back on tonight later on. It won't be an 8 o'clock kickoff tonight for the live. It will be later on than that. I'm not sure of an exact time, but keep an eye out for it, because it will be, I'm sure there will be more news have broken tonight. Celtic will not release anything this evening. Kyogo Furuhashi will get a good night's sleep before he goes for his fitness test. But the manager of Rennes has already came out and said it. That the deal is done. And with that being said, how can I even say have a fantastic day, Celtic fans all around the world? Because let's face it, we're not having a fantastic day, are we? We've just lost our Kyogo. And I don't even want to play the end tune, Welcome to the Party. But I'm going to have to. Anyway, have a fantastic day wherever you are. I'm driving tonight as well. I can't even have a drink to just drown my sorrows. Unbelievable. I think I'm going to cry.
Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up